Stream Elements said the busy builder is now live. Streaming miniatures.
And here we are, finally. Let's do... Aries Studios, thank you for the resub. How you doing?
For 81 months in a row pop channel. Aries Studios
81 months.
Tier 3 for 19 months. Aries Studios said hi.
Gonna start out saying I don't know if I'll be on next weekend because birthday. Playing it by ear. The wife has plans since it's the big 5-0. How you doing?
Aries Studios said I'm okay.
Yeah, I got a late start to the day. Seems like you did too. Music's not too loud this time, is it?
Aries Studios said it's okay.
Alright. I'm not trying to replicate any particular uniform here, because outside of U-boat leathers, which I think may have had zippers, I don't know, I haven't researched it, no German coats during World War II had zip fronts. Not that I've seen or that I could come across, so... Oh well. Seems like whoever made the figures just slapped something together and made it fit. Which is sad. I'll just try and make him look as good as possible for the Puma. Slather, slather, slather. Slather, slather. Slather, slather. Yeah, I'm kind of giving myself a 3-day weekend next weekend, too. So what are you going to start next once you're done with that Freightliner? Or are you done with it?
Era Studio said don't know.
I think, and I know you don't care what I think, but I think you should finish the Event Horizon. Let's go get a rattle can of some nice dark gray primer. Shoot the fuck out of it with that.
Era Studio said
Start dry brushing.
I need to.
Just get it to pop. I wish I had the ability to print the larger size Nostromo. It does need some correction, but nothing I couldn't scratch build. But it would be a good, almost 3-foot long model of it. The resin one would only be 12 inches. I just wish life would stop getting in the way on a lot of these days where I wanted to stream. But that's what happens. Just the kind of shit that happens that puts you into wait mode for the rest of the day, so you can't really just mentally get into anything. Even today, I'm not in wait mode, but I didn't know what I wanted to work on, so I figured I'd just pick these guys back up. See how far I can get on them today, see if they kind of start working right for me and carry themselves further. That way I could have the Puma finished. I don't know if it necessarily needs a base, but the vehicle and the figures itself just being more of a standalone display. The base just helps give context for like weathering and stuff like that. And I had to order another sheet of carbon fiber decal. I don't know where mine went to. I think it may have been in the other F1 box, and I forgot, didn't notice, whatever. But when I threw it out, it went with the box. It's only $9. It'll be here later today. Because I want to start getting pieces cut for this. So I want to do the flares, the shaker, and some of the ground effects in carbon fiber. Frankie, why do you sleep on the floor over there? Such a strange cat. This stuff smells weird. So far, these Hobby Lobby paints have been okay. Nothing to really write home about, but they lay down well. So you got the Ryefield Tiger? Is that the one you just bought?
Said yes.
And that came with the full crew of Whitman during his Knight's Cross ceremony.
Studios said think so.
That should be a fun one. Uniforms will be pretty easy. If I remember right, they were wearing black uniforms at that time with gray gloves. So you'll really only have to worry about getting the faces to pop out right. For the black uniforms, I usually start with NATO black, since it's not pure black. Give it a bit of a highlight with some gunship gray. Maybe mix it 50-50 just to knock it down a bit. And then give it a good, like, just pluck out the shadows with some straight black wash. I think my kit's gonna come with an extra figure of him I can show you. Hey Davos, how you doing? even painting in camera. Helps if I have my seat in the right spot too. We'll handle the hats once the heads are glued on. Because these guys all just love their funny little hats. How's everybody been? But my next stream day may not be till Sunday or Monday next week. After this. I can try and get on during the week if I got the energy, but it's gonna be rough. We've been having triple-digit temperatures here like crazy. And work's been just wiping me the fuck out. Leave that there for now. I don't want to go wake Arnie up. He's been sleeping a lot more lately. We think he's in his last couple weeks. What is going on here? Just give me 1 second. There we go. But I hope everybody has been doing okay, though. I should probably lighten this up a little bit more. It's not neon green, but it's like a pea green. I said pea. And if I make it too bright, that's alright. It'll get knocked down later on. That's better. Start working in areas I haven't done yet because the green hasn't fully dried that I put in. Oops. Sorry if a lot of you wanted to see more on the dragonfly, just past few days have put me off wanting to build it, and I don't know, I might strip it back down. I'm not 100% happy with the finish that I put on it. I tried doing the masking putty, and yeah, just like I've seen in others examples in other videos, the edge finish leaves a lot to be desired. Either... Oh, hi buddy. How you doing, Ellie? Hi girl. Oh, careful. Watch the Puma. There you go. Hey. Hey. Lie down. Lie down. Right here. No. Didn't want her leaning on the Puma. Good girl. And she stands right back up. I'm also working on stripping the chrome off of a model I just got because it's a specific vehicle from a TV series. And this vehicle has no chrome on it. Yet all the parts that need to be blacked out were were plated chrome.
Studio said
I know you know, but others watching don't know. You're not the only one in here. And the chrome itself is easy to get off. The hard part is the bonding layer they put under it. It's like a tar yellow color when you strip the chrome off. And it takes a little bit longer. Sorry, I got an itch. Or you know what vehicle is, yeah. It takes a little longer for the degreaser to work through and remove the layer. That color's coming out better. It's drying darker too, which is good. I know it seems odd, I'm going after a specific camouflage. I didn't want to do the P dot, and I didn't want to do... Some people call it the rain, or kind of a zigzag. Not urban camo, but more just jagged edge camo. I felt like doing this one. It's basically like a light brown / gray color. The closest I've been able to come up with is just pale wood. It'll gray out when I put the wash on it. But it'll look okay. I think it'll look okay.
At Dragonworks said bleach takes off the flash-plated aluminum chrome, but you pretty much have to sand off that bonding layer that looks like old piss.
LA's totally awesome degreaser. Does get it off, you just have to let it sit longer. You can get it in the dollar store. It's just in some spots it goes on so thick it's ridiculous. It actually runs. I'm working on it. I got them in the tank right now, soaking. Along with the chrome for the 71 charger. But the totally awesome degreaser is essentially the same chemical that's in bleach white and Formula 409. It does a pretty good job of cutting through this crap. If it'll lift off automotive lacquer, it'll lift off that shit. And the kit that I'm working on is from 2003.
Good to know.
Yeah, you just gotta let it soak longer. And depending on the company that makes the chrome for them, sometimes brake fluid can do it too. Sometimes it can't. It also depends on how it was chromed. Like the Polar Lights DeLorean from back in the day that had the stainless steel finish on the kit. That was actually vacuum chromed. Ain't nothing getting that off. It might. I don't know what their active ingredient is compared to the others. You can tell by the smell of it. If it smells like Formula 409, then it's probably gonna work. I tried Purple Power on some Ancient Tester's paint. It barely dented it. Once this chrome's stripped, I might re-dip the charger body, just to see if I can get a little more of the paint to come off of it. And we might have a couple Tigers in the work in the near future. I have an idea for a dual display, because I managed to pick up the Dragon initial production Leningrad Tiger kit for its original price of about 40 bucks. It's on the way to me soon. And then I picked up the Takom Whitman Tiger 007, the one he got knocked out in. But I feel that both vehicles show the beginning and the end of its development. Damn it, I got an itching toe.
09 Davo said those Dragon Tigers look really good.
They do. There's other people out there that would argue the details. The only thing I dislike about them is they are extremely partsy for what they are, because again, they're trying to make one mold do everything. So they split it up so that way they could take this one to do the early ones, then just make more molds for other parts, or slide gate some parts to get it to do other variations.
09 Davo said, yeah, there's so much variation with individual Tigers.
But I just figured it would be a neat way to display one of the first Tigers and one of the last Tigers. Because shortly after August of 44, yes, the Tiger was still in use, but not in great numbers. and by I think September, October, the King Tiger had entered the scene in some theaters. And they were replacing other units' vehicles with that. I hope I'm doing this camouflage right. I think I am. We'll find out.
09 Davo said it wasn't just early, middle, late production. They were produced continuously.
Oh, I know.
With things being updated on the vehicle regularly.
But these two kits that I've got are the clearest indicators of what the first ones to ever see the battlefield were, and what the last ones were. But in a generalized way, because we know they were everywhere by the end of the war. There's even documentation of what appears to be an early version from its configuration in Berlin at the fall of Berlin. But in the case of the Dragon one, kind of like with the LAV, and I might even do it with the Trumpeter anti-aircraft vehicle that I got, the Japanese Self-Defense Force one. Just start recreating the box arts. Everyone's always wondering, oh, how am I going to display this? How am I going to show this? The initial production Tiger kit came with a film crew. So literally just recreate the box art with them. And just have fun with that. Yeah, we got this coming. So that's going to be fun. And from looking at it and the reviews I've read, that Type 87 anti-aircraft vehicle is a really sharp kit. That's just some of what's on the way. But when it comes to building the 007 tank, I'm just going to go with what I know. And if somebody starts spouting off, oh, it might have had this, it might have had that, they can make theirs that way. There's only 2 pictures that I can think of that show it, so there's a lot of speculation because 1, it's destroyed, and 2, the pictures were taken about a year after it was destroyed. From what I've been able to read, the vehicle itself didn't exist very long, from April to August, and it only saw active combat between June and August, and that was August 8th that it was destroyed. So it was in service for a month and a half. So overall weathering is going to be pretty restrained. Wear and stuff like that as well is going to be restrained.
At Dragonworks said, I wish I had both the money and the space to be able to build those 1/16 vehicles.
Oh, you mean like the shelving unit that I have that has 14 of them right now? And they all run? The Puma sits on a regular shelf since it's not RC, but it's not terribly huge, you know, it's not Leopard 2A7 huge. As you saw when Allie was on the table just a minute ago, the Puma is about the same size as a small cat.
At Dragonworks said, do it.
Yeah, those shorts that I'm making with the RC tanks, those are mine. They're not just of friends who I film and put out there. When storing stuff like that, you do have to think vertically. Need more paint. More paint than I needed, but that's okay. This is a trial for this color anyway.
At Dragonworks said, I'd be happy with a King Tiger, H, with Cimarron, a Tiger I late / last, a Panther G late, a Stu H42, a Hetzer, and a Puma.
Nobody makes a 105mm Stug, but literally the only real difference is the gun. The mantlet was just drilled out larger for it.
09 Davo said, yeah, was looking at the Tamiya 1/16 King Tiger.
Save yourself a hassle, don't get the Tamiya one.
09 Davo said, damn, that thing's expensive.
The Hanglong one is actually just as good, has the same sound set, and is actually less troublesome when it comes to the track tensioning and idler. The Tamiya one is a very overcomplicated assembly, and Hanglong actually managed to refine it down to something that could be produced effectively. There are King Tigers out there that come with Zimmerit. Just be careful when you're buying it, because sometimes they come without on the turret. So you kind of have to add your own. I had to do that for a client. Face is itching like crazy. I swear, I hate it when it gets like this. Either the dead of winter the air gets drier, or the dead of summer. Because it's supposed to hit 104 today. But yeah, for what they're asking, Tamiya tanks, there's only 2 Tamiya tanks I would currently buy right now. And that is the Sheridan and the Japanese Type 10. Simply because nobody else has produced a Sheridan yet, besides Tamiya, or a Type 10. And if Tongde shits out a Gulf War Sheridan, I will buy it. Because next month they're supposed to be releasing a fully functioning amphibious AAV7 in 16th scale. I will have that. Okay, I need a smaller brush. Hold on. But yeah, the Puma's a manageable size, and depending on where you buy it, it's actually a pretty affordable cost. It's a decent little model. Little. But I think the King Tiger is still decently priced even from Tamiya, in that it's, what, 800 bucks? I know the Tiger 1 and Sherman were. You want expensive, I think they want $2,000 for their Leopard 2A7V. Oh, hi Mittens. I didn't know you were there. Up. Mittens up. But yeah, if you're looking to just get into RC tanks, go Hanglong. Most of them are pretty decent out of the box. But if you're gonna get one, go with the metal edition ones. They're in the $300 to $400 range. But trust me that the metal suspension will save you a lot, and it comes with the tracks and everything. I still need to do more work on my Abrams. I'm just trying to figure out if I should print the Crow's system or just buy it outright off eBay.
At Dragonworks said I'm okay with plain static builds.
Well, Trumpeter I know does a King Tiger. Hobby Boss does a Tiger 1 mid. You may have to apply your own Zimmerit either way. The Hobby Boss Tiger 1 though is the WSN radio controlled model sold in kit form with no electronics. So it's got some of the faults from that in terms of, you know, bulges on the front lower plate where they had to squeeze electric motors in. But it can be built up to a respectable finish. But the only one I don't know if there's a 16th scale version of out there in plastic is the Hetzer. I don't recall if somebody's done a Hetzer in 16th or not. That's not RC. But the Puma right there, that's the Takom one. What is going on with this camera? Is it the camera or my eyes that are just fucked lately? Give me a second, guys. I need to move this so I can see better anyway. Okay. I think it's both the camera and my eyes. I'm just getting old. Aries, if you come back and say getting, you are old, I'm gonna just block you for a day. But I know Takom do a series of 251 half tracks in 16th, and I believe they just started releasing a series of 250 half tracks as well. Yeah, I've got the colors mostly correct on this. Good. Good, good, good. I'm getting like some serious Knight Rider vibes off this track. Just has that 80s feel of, you know, David Hasselhoff sneaking around a warehouse It's looking about right. It'll tone down once I start throwing in the shadow wrinkles and stuff. And let me know if I'm talking a little too quietly. I've been kind of mumbling to myself about some things too. This feels like one of those days where I'm stuck in my own head. I was also thinking for a winter project, I could make a fully functioning Stug 3F. I have a spare Panzer III hull with the correct engine deck, and I have a spare square mantlet from a Stug 3 from when I did a Stug 4 conversion. I'd have to build the superstructure because the F was pretty unique, even amongst all the others. But I think I could make one. Depending on how hard winter hits, that might be our winter project. Has it been an hour? It has. So it's time for our first move around break. I can kind of feel it in the knee. Let me get something going here. And I will put up the pause screen and be right back. Alright, we're back. Shake up the paint again. I might have to look for a different way to mount this, because very susceptible to shaking. I might have to put something in the wall that I can mount it to. Where is... there. Before we get back to the camo, we'll give the faces a bit of a wash, just to start getting their details to come out. That way they can dry while we paint the rest of the camo. If I don't drop them. There.
Arrow Studio said 0.
0 what? What are we zeroing?
Arrow Studio said missed out. Arrow Studio said miss.
All I know is there's a whole lot of what the fuck going on.
Just redeemed free hugs.
Was that your way of saying forget everything you just saw?
Arrow Studio said you see nothing.
I don't know, you think I should try that Freightliner kit soon and see what I can make of it? Do that before I get into the van?
Era Studio said sure.
Yeah, I don't remember if it doesn't have part numbers on anything or if they're just different from other kits. Like they're... I could have sworn they were molded on the parts instead of on the sprue. But I do remember it made it a pain in the ass building it.
Era Studio said other than bad instructions, shitty decals, no numbers on screws, bad cab assembly, it's not bad.
I don't know, I bet you $5 I can make that cab my bitch. I hate to say it right now, I'm kind of getting bored with painting this, but I gotta push through it and get it done, or else they'll sit there for another month before I do anything with them.
Era Studio said I accidentally bought another, so we'll do the day cab version.
How did you accidentally buy another? Hey, at least this will get you decals for doing the cab, right? Is that why you accidentally got another? I think I tossed my last attempt at it before I got to the decals. Because I was doing like blue and white with a pearl over it.
Era Studio said no. Couldn't remember I had it.
Oh. You couldn't remember that you'd had it already?
Era Studio said no.
I think that means you need to build more, dude.
Era Studio said yeah.
Oh, don't give me that.
Era Studio said I have the jazz counter on the desk.
You also have a 4-foot-long Event Horizon.
Era Studio said, but I think you're right. I need to finish the Horizon just to get it off the desk.
Yeah. I almost pulled the trigger on that Nostromo kit for 300. For the Halcyon one. But I said no. Ow, 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 ow.
Era Studios said, what about the printable one?
Well, like I said, that's only 20 bucks right now. I'd really like to do it the large size.
A bit much. At Dragonworks said 4-foot long event horizon.
Yeah,
Shit.
if you print it in FDM, Dragonworks, it's the 4-foot long version. And Ares has an awesome FDM printer. He's got it dialed in, I think. I don't have room to set up my FDM printer. And I want the large size Nostromo. Like I said, the files are only 20 bucks. But the only version I could print is the resin one right now. And that's only 12 inches long. And I would like the larger one, because I could detail it up better. But I also don't know how much that would cost in filament, too. I have filament, but it's old. And yes, filament has a shelf life. But the Nostromo files...
Dragonworks said, wow. I need to get a computer and a 3D printer. Hell, I still need to get a resin casting setup.
Resin casting's old hat now. I mean, people still do it because what they'll do is they'll prototype their stuff in 3D, print it, clean it up, and then they'll cast it in resin. Yeah, the Gambuddy Nostromo looks like the most likely candidate for printing one. And even it has issues, like where the docking ring is. Detailing in there is totally wrong. It's the main reason I don't go for a lot of Gambuddy stuff, is like, for as much as they get right, they really fuck up a lot. I'm trying to be quick about this camo without rushing it. But I may have to take a bio break here. Was not expecting it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a bio break. Sorry, I'll be back in a few. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about the interruption. Nature called. Now this guy I think we're going to see the most of. Or is it? No, this one. Because this guy's going to be half in the hatch. That one's going to be mostly in the hatch. And you'll still see a lot of them from the waist down. Hi, Mitty. Mittens. Where'd you go? Come here. Hey, buddy. Up. Mittens up. Come on. Up. We need a chair cattening. Come on, Mitty. Up, up. Good boy. There you go. Good boy. Frankie's just down there like, Alright. What are you doing, bud? Getting down. Everybody have a good weekend, though? This is one of the more obscure camouflage schemes. I've seen it on enough pictures and enough museums. I know it's legit. But it's just one of the weirder ones. There's probably more to it than what I'm painting. But as far as just representing it, this works fine enough. I almost started working on Metal Gear Rex today. But that seemed a little more daunting than I was wanting to do. I've been in kind of like a real low effort brain state lately, like I don't know, just things that seem like there's things I want to do, but then when I think about doing them, it's like, I can wait.
At 3 Spikes Railroad said, hey, good evening.
How's it going?
Aero Studios said base coat painted. At 3 Spikes Railroad said, what are you working on today?
The crew for the Puma. What did you base coat? The Event Horizon?
At Dragonworks said, I definitely feel that.
So I'm
Aero
really
Studios
kind of
said,
yeah, I'm really kind of pushing myself to do this right now, just because I don't want to doom scroll, but I'm just not in a great mindset for painting or building or doing anything. That's kind of why I took a couple weeks break, is so I could just kind of slowly do stuff and see if I could get things turning again. But with all the interruptions in the past few streams, it's kind of put me back, because I'm like, alright, if I start this, what's going to get in my way this time, you know?
At 3 Spikes Railroad said, eBay been busy working on my 1966 Mustang. Trying to fix oil leaks and other things.
I'm not even going to talk about my old car, because I don't want to jinx it, but needless to say, I'm happy with her right now, and that's how it's going to stay. These old cars know when you talk about them. As soon as you say something good, they like to go, no.
At 3 Spikes Railroad said I quit doing lives.
That's up to you. For me, it's just having someone to talk to while I'm doing it, which usually I do. Let's get the pants painted.
At
And
3
the
Spikes
hats.
Railroad said to many people have opinions, nothing good.
That means you're either attracting or responding to the wrong people. Or you're not setting the ground rules that it's your stream and you're gonna do it your way. Like, I know I ask you guys like what you'd like to see next and things like that, just because I'm trying to get a direction.
Said, well, at least you have me and 2 others.
I've got like 4 people in here right now. Some are quiet, some aren't.
At 3 Spikes Railroad said I got 00000.
You just gotta keep trying. The more you're on, the more you'll get. Some people like to go in and troll people.
Era Studio said sorry. Cleaning up for dinner.
Yeah, I don't even know what we're doing for dinner here yet. I've seen people get trolled right off the bat because they let the people get to them.
Said the train guys are too opinionated.
No, it's not that. I found train guys can be a lot like Corvette guys. You gotta get the right ones, and you gotta put your foot down as far as the amount of BS you'll take from them. Once you can get past that hurdle, it stops.
Said my woodworking business has no issues, and I get lots of responses.
Oh, that's because woodworking, you can only work wood so many ways, you know? People will argue the actual color of Union Pacific yellow based on the year it comes from, till they're blue in the face, and the amount of sun fading that's on it. You know? You can tell what maple is by looking at maple. You can tell what ebony is by looking at ebony. There's only so many ways to do a biscuit join or a tenon join.
At 3 Spikes Railroad said most people I do business with on YouTube don't do lives, just videos.
See, I don't have the time in my day to be editing videos like that, so if I do videos, it's shorts like the reviews I do. I keep them one shot. But for me, yeah, I don't have the time in my day to do videos like Night Shift or anyone else does, so that's how I do it. If I wasn't working full-time, I'd probably attempt it, because then I would have time, but I work full-time. Anyone can go back and watch a live, too.
At 3 Spikes Railroad said don't. At 3 Spikes Railroad said I won't waste my time.
Everyone's got their own way of doing things.
At 3 Spikes Railroad said it's just a stupid train channel.
And this is just a stupid model building channel.
At 3 Spikes Railroad said LOL.
But to me, model building isn't stupid because it's the one thing I'm good at consistently. At least I think I'm good at it. Other people might have their opinions, but so far they've kept them to themselves. I don't do it for the praise, I just do it because I'm here doing it. Again, that's objective and subjective. You know, other people would say something else. It's all in what you put out there.
At 3 Spikes Railroad said you're good. At 3 Spikes Railroad said he'll keep watching and bugging, haha.
But it's all about style as well. We've talked about the different finishing techniques and stuff like that. I personally don't abide by most of them because I don't feel they realistically portray certain aspects of certain subjects. Other people love them. That's all up to them. If they want to do it, that's fine. I won't. But kind of like your train thing, if someone were to come in here and start, railing on me because I'm not doing black primer with a white pre-shade zenithal on all my stuff, it's how I want to do it. But if they're making me want to do it,
Well, back to getting dirty, got lots to do. Going to get greasy soon.
Yeah. But if they want to try and force me to do the model the way they want to do it, I won't. I might experiment with it. I have. Didn't like the results. Too much effort for too little difference. So that's why I don't do it. But that's for me to do. If they want to continue to do it on their own subjects, that's fine. They can. But the effort does not match the reward when it comes to a lot of that stuff. But that's my take on it. I'm not saying that they're wrong. The only thing they would be wrong in is if they came in here and started saying I should use certain products when I don't have to, or using certain methods when I don't have to. That's when things start to cross the line into things you don't need to do, and that's when you push too far on my channel. If there's something I'm not using or something I'm not doing, it's probably because I've tried it and I found it lacking. Need a little more gray. You okay, Frank? That was weird. Is everybody else doing okay?
Era Studio said him good.
Yeah, today may still not be a 3-hour stream. One, I'm kind of getting to a point where I gotta let these dry a bit longer.
Studios said thinking of being lazy and getting MCD.
Yeah, I gotta go talk to the wife about dinner too. I still have to have lunch. Got a late start today. It'll definitely be a 2-hour stream at least, but I'm probably not gonna go for 3 like I normally do. We've been back to 1 day off at a time, so I've got to balance my time. Will you go eat? Good lord. Now I know why you want me to move down there so much, so I can bug you and make sure you eat like some kind of nursing home patient. Go eat. Stop watching me. Go take your dog into the kitchen and have them help you sniff out some food.
Era Studio said LOL.
We're 50, not 70. Yeah, and on top of the jackets being a zipper type, which, again, I can't correlate to any known design, the pants seem to be an Italian style. Which, it was not uncommon.
Era Studios said I'm closer to 70 than you.
By a couple days or weeks, something like that. But the real question is, which one of us is closer to death? We have to see which one of us has the chemicals catch up to them first from our time around the jets.
Era Studios said I'm old and frail. You're young and vibrant.
Bullshit! I'm just as broken and frail as you are. Why do I get the feeling I didn't shake this enough? It's coming out much more brown than I thought. I'm the broken one.
Era Studios asked some the mental ones, so between us we're fine.
There's half a good person in there somewhere, yeah. I shouldn't say good person. There's half of a functional person in here somewhere, yeah. And you think you're mental like I don't have my own issues?
Era Studios said, "Hey, I'm gonna go get me some food." They'll be back.
I probably won't be on by the time you get back. Like I said, I'm just trying to get to a good stopping point here. Because with the amount of handling in the next steps, these need to be really well dried and cured.
Era Studios said KK.
Because I need to stop and make myself a sandwich. Or two. Discuss possible dinner plans with the wife. Oh wait, we're going out to dinner tonight, that's right. Holy shit, I totally forgot about that. See? Which car will we take? Neither of our cars has working AC. Her car's computer broke, So she has to get the whole control module replaced. Because right now the car thinks it's negative 40 degrees inside of it, so it won't turn the AC on out of safety. And mine won't work because it's 50. So yeah, either way, I gotta knock it short now, so that way we can get our plans together, and I can eat. So, thanks everybody for watching. We made it to 2 hours this time at least, so there's that. We didn't get stopped 30 minutes in, or before we could even start. But thanks again for hanging out, and I will hopefully see you later this week. Probably not till next Sunday or Monday. Birthday next weekend, don't know where I'll be, what I'll be doing. So, we'll get to that when we come to it.